Today we're doing Tyranids versus Space Wolves. Space Wolves over there. Let's go over my armory first. 2,000 points. We have Hive Tyrant with twin brain leech guns. Turv gun, secondary HQ. Base. Hive Guard with shot cannons. 4 zoanthropes and 1 neurothrope. And then for troops choice, we have 2 squads of termagants, 10 of them with the yellow tinged guns with devourers, and the other 15 on each side, so for a total of 25 termagants in each squad. Then we have 2 squads of 25 hormagaunts. For my second detachment, we have 2 Tyranid primes. I get them all decked out, adrenal glands, rending claws, death spitters, and I'm gonna say lash wisp, but that's not it. The flesh hooks. Then they have 3 squads of Tyranid warriors, just to see how the warriors do in 8th edition. So squads of 3, each with 1 venom cannon, and then the rest have devourers and rending claws. Alright, now they all have rending claws. And then instead of the Trigon Prime, we're going to count him as a Mawloc. Try out the Mawloc in 8th edition, and then we have 1 fortification, the Sporocyst. And that is 2,000 points for the Tyranids. A lot of Gribblies.
For the Space Wolves, 2,000 points in this Space Wolves vs. Tyranid battle, I have 5 squads of 8 Grey Hunters, each armed with a flamer, and these plasma guns are flamers. I don't have any flamer bits. And a 10-man squad of Grey Hunters, also with a flamer. They will be inside one of the Storm Wolves. No, and I have 2 Storm Wolves. I have 5 Wolf Scouts, all armed with sniper rifles, each having a camel cloak. Pack of Wolfen, 3 of them have Wolf Claws, Great Wolf Axe, and Thunderhammer and Storm Shield, and then the pack leader is armed with Frost Claws. And then I have a Rune Priest on a bike, and the first time I've ever used Arjek Rock Fist. Test him out. And that's my army.
Alright, we rolled for mission type and we got the mission No Mercy. Caleb chose the deployment of Spearhead. You can see marked out by the dice and by the waves of Tyranids.
Oh my gosh!
We have both finished deploying. With the Gribblies out in front and Hive Guard over there. We have the Mawloc and the Sporocyst in reserve, Deep Strike reserve. Then we have the Space Wolves deployed out in waves. 2 flyers. The one on the far.
This one contains.
You said the one with the special base had it. You change it?
Fine. The special base has it.
Okay, the one with the special base has 10 guys.
10 Grey Hunters.
10 Grey Hunters. Arjek is in reserve, teleport reserve. And we got the Wolfen in the back. Caleb will now choose who goes first.
Actually, you go first. You get the first turn because of this split deployment time, but I can seize the initiative.
No, you finish deploying first, which means you get to choose who gets to go first or second.
Oh. Well, in that case, I'll go first.
Caleb's going first. I will attempt to seize the initiative with this super lucky yellow dice. 6. Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh. Reese's.
There is justice in this world. And we'll come back with turn 1. Alright, we have the end of turn 1, Tyranids, top of turn 1. Tyranids seized the initiative, as we saw. Everybody moved up and advanced. There was some catalyst and shooting at this front squad, and the Moloch popped up, killed 2 from this squad, 2 from this squad, put 1 wound on the Rune Priest, and killed 3 of the scouts. Nice there. And then we had the Hive Guard and Catalyst on those guys. Were able to pick off 1 more of those, 2 more of those. And that's the end. Oh yeah, these guys have the horror. These guys have the feel no pain one. Yeah, I'll look that up. And these guys had catalyst, which allowed them to run and shoot. That's the end of Tyranids, turn 1. End of turn 1. Space Wolves wiped out the Moloch, mostly due to the Wolfen. And, yeah, there was a little shooting.
But even then, he would have.
Everybody else shot at the Hormagaunts. The Flyers put a lot of their heavy bolters into the Zoanthropes, and they lost a guy. And then their Hellfrost cannons and las cannon shot my Warlord Termagant. He's down to 7, lost 7 wounds. Ouch. Would not like to lose him next turn. And that is the end of the Space Wolves. I lost 2 little Spore Mine Bombs. Yeah, I suppose that's... Alright, end of Tyranids turn 2. Top of turn 2. Warriors did nothing. They shot at the Stormwolf and did pretty much nothing. The Hive Guard did several wounds to it, which was nice. The Zoanthropes did 5 wounds to it. And I think I finished it off with... What did I finish it off with? This guy? The guy?
No, you finished it off.
Finished off with the Termagants. They had like 1 wound left, and the Termagants finished them off.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. Something
like that. Finish him off, and then Termagant's got a few more wounds on that guy. 5 wounds total. Took out a couple of these Grey Hunters from the Termagants as well. And a couple of these guys from the Hive Tyrant and the Tyranid Prime right there. On to the Space Wolves, turn 2, bottom of 2. End of Space Wolves' turn. He managed to get me down to 2 wounds on the Warlord. Getting close, almost died. All his guys moved up and almost wiped my Termagant squad. I got 2 guys left. It was so close.
I know.
His Wolfen charge from back here from a ridiculous distance and then they advanced, and then they charged, and it was so far. They wiped out more than half of my Hormagaunt squad. I got like 7 guys left.
Go back.
Yeah, and they've fallen back. We did some slight movement before I did the video. Anyways. And that is end of Space Wolves turn 2. We have finished turn 3. We didn't do a Tyranids specific turn 3 because there was construction going on. But I got his Stormwolf down to 1 wound left.
Didn't kill him.
Didn't kill him. Tried. I shot everything, and I mean like everything at him. Couldn't take him down. But he was reduced to a terrible shot, and he whiffed pretty terribly during his turn. He killed my Warlord, putting him at 4 victory points for Slay the Warlord, 2 kill points, and First Blood. I'm still at, I think I'm at 2 victory points for kill points. I have the Wolfen and 1 Stormwolf down.
Yes. That's correct.
He assaulted, or I assaulted his guys with my Termagants. I shot and assaulted. Then he countered. Then he fell back, shot, and assaulted. They're down to like 3 guys and a mass of Marines there. They're not doing so
Ray
hot.
Hunters. Not Space Marines.
Whatever. Dogs.
Dogs. You're a dog.
Wolfen got wiped out. Got a couple Marines hanging on in this combat here. He brought in his HQ, but forgot to charge with him.
I did it on purpose.
Oh, he didn't charge on purpose. Okay. We'll keep telling him that. And that is the end of turn 3. Now on to Tyranids, turn 4. And we're ending the Space Wolves turn 4. Arjack charged in, dealt 3 wounds to the Hive Tyrant. He didn't do anything back. Hormagaunts got 2, or his tactical squad of 4, or the 5 there, charged in, and they lost 2 guys.
Killing 5 before they charged.
Yeah, they killed a few. Hormagaunts charged as scouts and took 1 out. 1 guy fell back. He flamed him during his turn, plus bolters. Lost 4, and then the last one died from morale because he had synapse. Lost a few Termagants, and they didn't do anything back. They're just slowly holding on.
Move the Rune Priest over here.
Yeah, Rune Priest is over here. He's the one who hurt the warriors with some smite. And that is it. And we have end of turn, or Tyranids turn 5. Prime charged in and assaulted Arjack and got a couple wounds. He's down to 2. He did 1 wound, and then the Hive Tyrant did a wound. Did 2 wounds, but he command point re-rolled it. We wiped out the rest of the squads in the back. No more scouts or Grey Hunters back there. With Sporocyst and Hive Tyrants and shooting from the warriors. The Zoanthropes wiped out the Librarian / Rune Priest, whatever his name is.
It's a Rune Priest, it's not a Librarian.
Anyways, we're eating his body at the moment and converting it to biomass. Warriors charged in. Did a couple wounds, right? I think they had 5, didn't they? Yeah. So they need to do a morale check. And I don't think these guys lost anything. Oh, wow. That was a 6. Another 6. Dang it.
To charge. These guys lost 1.
These guys lost 1. That's probably fine, yeah. They did finally wipe out the last of the Termagants, so victory point, kill point there. It might be. We'll have to add it up for sure, but
Prime.
yeah.
So yeah, he dealt the wound, and I'm just like,
Smash face death.
Well, Tyranids will win by wiping the board.
Whatever.
And now we'll move on to the bottom of 5, Space Wolves' turn. And we have the end of the Space Wolves' turn 5. Our Jack did 3 wounds to the Hive Tyrant, and then
You
the...
rolled 2 5s to save it.
Yeah, I did roll 2 invulnerables to save him. Good job, buddy. Then the Hormagaunts managed to wipe him out with 8 wounds, and he rolled an impressive 4 ones.
Warlock just died and crashing burns.
His guys finished off my Termagants and Warriors, and then have consolidated back into these Warriors here. And now we will roll and see if the game continues.
With Nick.
Arbitrator weirdo dude will roll on a 3 up.
for a good title.
Oh,
Oh, it does not.
what? I don't like that roll at all.
That's how the dice falls.
Let's add up the points.
Don't you know?
After adding up the score, it is 12 points, having 10 kill points, plus Line Breaker, plus Slay the Warlord, versus 9 victory points, with Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and 7 unit kills. Win for the Tyranids. Good game, Caleb.
Good game.
Num-nums for everybody. And we'll be back later.